Are we allowed to swear in these things? What a year it's been, guys, hey? Hey guys, it's Ollie from 3M Ideas. This will be the last video that you'll get from us this year. Super excited, last day of work for us today. We're wrapping up for Christmas. It's been a super exciting year, and I thought I'd take this opportunity just to sort of wrap up, say thanks, I guess make mention of a few highlights, a couple of predictions that I'm happy to put my name against for next year, and yeah, saying bye for the year. Look, it's been a crazy year. I've spoken to a lot of you over the last few weeks, and every one of you is absolutely flat out. Despite the rising cost of living, rising cost of running a business, and rising staff costs, it seems that this last week of Christmas, or this last week of December rather, everyone's still working right up until Friday. So, despite many of you wanting to have knocked off well and truly before today to, get your fishing rods out and do whatever else you like to do, most of you are still working through till Friday. So I hope that's a good sign. It's a good sign that, you guys all had a good year too. We certainly did. Over here at 3M Ideas, we had a brilliant year. Super stoked to have worked on some of the projects we've worked throughout the year. We've seen some really great results for a lot of our clients, be that through Google Ads. It's not a very glamorous, not a very sexy platform to be using for your digital marketing, but at the end of the day, it works, it brings results, so why not pursue it? And it's always nice to just show those numbers to our clients and what they're getting out of it. This year was also a first in many years. We've had a few clients come back to sort of see where they're spending money on digital marketing, where they're investing it, and what their returns are. Of course, that's the beauty of digital marketing, that you can have those sort of numbers in front of you. But I think it's also a sign of the times that people are starting to investigate where they're spending their money and what they're getting out of it. Look, with social media ads, we've kicked heaps of goals this year. Those are always fun to play with, a little bit more finicky than Google ads, but we've taken a new approach to structuring our Facebook and Instagram and TikTok ads throughout this year, and we've seen some really great results out of that. So that's cool. Of course, social media is a rapidly changing field, and so things that work today might not necessarily work tomorrow. We helped a number of clients throughout this year with their SEO, helping to sort of demystify and address some of that fear around SEO. Unfortunately, we're still hearing so many stories of people just being burnt at the end of the day by dodgy dealers in our industry. Unfortunately, that is the digital marketing industry, but hopefully as time goes by, those dodgy players, those cowboys we have, will start getting weeded out. Look, this year we've built a number of pretty cool websites. I won't make any mention of any specific ones because I don't want to play favorites. But it's been cool to see that sometimes when you do rebuild a website and you take into account the user behavior and the user journey that you've hopefully been tracking throughout this year, it's fun to see when you do rebuild that website and restructure it to be in line with that user journey, just what you can sort of get out of it, and just see those conversion rates absolutely skyrocket. So that's always good, always very rewarding to see those results. Another big push this year for us has been helping our clients turn some of that traditional, that physical marketing, be it brochures, be it flyers, be it capability statements, business cards, things like that, turning that physical, turning that traditional, and somehow converting that audience over to become a digital audience as well, just because we get so much more traffic analysis, and we get so much demographic analysis on that traffic that comes through to websites. So I think that'll be another big thing next year as well, sort of combining those two worlds and getting, the tangible asset that you can have in your hand from the physical and traditional marketing, but also get that data insight, which is ever so important, and it's just going to grow in importance. This year we've obviously seen a huge explosion in artificial intelligence and the use of it. At the start of 2023, it was a sort of novel thing that we were playing with, And by the end of this year, we've seen that it's almost become mainstream with, you know, almost an everyday person playing with it, having a play with ChatGPT. At least most people know what it is now. That will probably continue in 2024. You know, we're starting to see AI being integrated in almost every tool that we use. I don't think it's necessarily necessary for all of those tools, but yeah, it's obviously very popular. I don't see it replacing anyone's job anytime soon, but I think if you're not utilizing AI in some form in your professional life, you're probably going to start falling behind, because it is a very powerful tool, especially when it's coupled with someone who's got a bit of talent, who's got very specific knowledge. If you again combine those two worlds, I think you'll be surprised, and I think it's a lot of fun to play with ChatGPT. So have a play around with that. I think next year video content is going to be a huge thing as well. You know, we're starting to see the sort of death of the static image posts, particularly on social media. You know, social media always has been, but is even more so now, a tool for entertainment. So keep that in mind as you're creating your social media strategy for next year, your social media content. Keep it lighthearted, keep it fun, you know, keep it for entertainment mainly. You know, you look at the big accounts that are out there, they're all personal accounts. You know, no one really wants to follow a business unless they're having a bit of fun and you're making that audience laugh. You know, realistically, no one opens their Instagram Reels or their TikTok or, you know, Facebook, if you're still using that, to be sold to have your 20% off and things like that. It's just boring, it's not engaging, just stop doing it. Look, content continues to be king. Content is king is a very popular catchphrase in the SEO industry, which used to be mostly around blog posts and things like that. But we're obviously now seeing that, you know, I've already mentioned video content, but things like blog posts, resources, PDFs, giveaways, again, that sort of, you know, typical traditional media such as capability statements, turning them into a digital format so people can sort of engage with that, and you can get a bit of a preliminary measure on how people are engaging with your brand before they are possibly even considering contacting you. Next year, I think audience building is going to be another really big thing. We're seeing privacy laws being, you know, restricted and tightened all around the world. It's a matter of time before that comes to Australia. So I think if you start focusing on building your social media followers as well as your email database, you know, I think you're going to be in a good position to start leveraging that, to potentially even leverage it alongside AI. We'll see what happens in that space. Undoubtedly, there'll be a time and a place where we can combine those two. But I think if you focus on audience building up on your email database and your social media followers, you'll be able to leverage that user data to reach new audiences and to reach new prospective customers. This year for us has been a lot of fun. We had the opportunity to yet again look after a work placement kid. I think it's very important for us business owners to give back and, you know, educate the next generation of talent that's coming in. Particularly in an industry that's moving so fast like digital marketing. You know, you've got your unis, you've got your TAFE, you've got your school, which I think is very important, but that formal education, those curriculums, they're going to struggle to keep up with a Google algorithm that possibly changes 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 times a year. You know, they just can't rewrite those programs that quickly at school. So I think if you get an exposure to both the, you know, theoretical aspect to it, but also, you know, real life examples and how that can, you know, impact audience behavior. I think it's quite interesting for them. It's good to get their hands in there. And yeah, so we'll do that again next year. We'll also continue looking after our not-for-profit engagements and not-for-profit companies that we help out, be it through pro bono work, you know, building free websites, but also helping them gain access to Google Ads grants. I think it's a big forgotten about program that a lot of NFPs and charities should start looking into. It's a whole heap of money that Google basically just gives away, so why not use it to your advantage? On that note, a big shout out to Charlie's Hope. It's been fun looking after them as well through the Beer and Beef Club that we're engaged with. If you don't know who Charlie's Hope is or what that is all about, I implore you, go stop this video, give them a quick Google, give them a quick like and share that message. I think it's very important. And I think on that note, I just want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of our clients. Thank you to those who've engaged with us on the various social media platforms. Thanks to those who've given us a little bit of shit as well. I always appreciate that. It's always a bit of fun. And yeah, look, I look forward to working with all of you in 2024 and I hope you all have a very well-deserved break. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye guys.